Happy Sunday, how we doing today? Hey, let's get the air on and go inside and mess something up, huh? Hey, so I got 3 sets of 22RE rods here. I'm going to be resizing them on this video and putting in new pin bushings. But look how dirty they are. But first, we better clean them, huh? Okay, here we go. Bam! I'm a dork. Let's cut them caps. This is my cap cutter. What I'll do is I'll put the caps and the rods in here and tighten this, and then run it across this stone, and I'll gradually turn this up, cut a couple thou off of it. But before I do, I'm going to deburr the edges so that it sits square in the cutter. So the reason that I'm cutting the parting lines is to decrease the housing bore, and then I'll be able to hone it back to standard size. So let's deburr these edges. I'll do that on here. Go to hyperlapse, warp 9. So you could see I didn't really remove any material, I just took out the high spots. When I did these caps, I hit them on the parting line. These are too awkward to do while it's running, so I'll just sand them lightly like this. And that's it, just to remove the little high spots. Now to cut them. So clamp it in here. Turn it on. Now I'm going to come over to the stone here. Now this is that deal I'm going to crank up. It reads in thousandths increments here. And I'll just go till I hit the rod. There, I hit the rod. Now I'll cut a couple thou off of it. There you go. Let's cut them all. Okay, I got all the parting lines cut, but that created a sharp edge right here, and that could peel the bearing off when it gets installed. So I'll just knock that edge off on this disc grinder. There you go. Now it won't catch that bearing. Let me do them all. So this isn't anything that gets measured. I'm just breaking that edge. It doesn't matter how much it is, just a little bit. Okay, got them all cleaned off. Now it's time to put the bolts in. I'm going to put a little WD-40 on them. These are directional. There's a wide side and a narrow side. Just like that, and then I'll press them in. Okay, I got all the bolts started, now let's press them in. Okay, here's my sun and pin press. Last one. Okay, I got all the sets organized here. They got to stay in sets. The caps have to go back on the rods they came off of, even though I'm resizing them. Okay, now I'm ready to put the nuts on and torque them. But you can't put them on dry. When I'm assembling, I just squirt oil on all of them. But this, I'm going to do it like this on these. That's production oiling. Now let's put the nuts on. Now I can mix them up again. Never throw around finished machined rods. That's the last time I'll get to throw them. Okay, let's torque them. 2 at a time. Split the pin ends or else you'll bend the rod. 50 pounds. Go back and hit the first 2. Okay, now I'm ready to install these bushings. There's an oil hole that corresponds to a hole in the top of the rod. I got to line that up. But before I press these in, I'm going to chamfer these. I'm going to use this cartridge roller. These have a factory chamfer, but it's kind of just broke that edge just a little bit. Okay, don't put those bushings in dry. Lots of oil. I'm going to start them with a hammer. And last one. So I made a driver years ago to take these bushings out. I have several different drivers, but I don't need them to put them in. Here we go. So that's what them bushings look like. So we're just about ready to hone. I'm going to hit these thrust faces one more time because when I cut the caps, it could have a slight misalignment between the two. I'm just going to bump them again. I'm not going to get 100% cleanup. See there? Let's do them all. Okay, let's get over to the rod machine. There we are. Got all the rods stacked there. That's where I'm going to end this one. It's 7 o'clock Sunday night, so I got to get home. Work starts again tomorrow, and I'm going to be here. So I'll finish these rods up tomorrow. We'll have just a part 2 on this one, all right? I hope you guys had a good Sunday. We'll see you in about an hour when I get this edited, okay? You guys have a good night, and be nice to each other, all right? Bye.